Hey, what's up? I have Tamacun, don't really know how to pronounce it, by Rodrigo Y Gabriela. Kind of a hard song. As you might have noticed, I messed up quite a bit. And I'm not using a pick. Like, this is just for the part that Rodrigo does. Gabriela's doing the, or whatever. So, he's using a pick in this, and the first time he goes through the, is all palmated with the pick, but for this I'm just not gonna do that. But just keep that in mind. He's using a pick, and yeah. So standard tuning. It's not an easy song, but if you know your basic chord shapes, the first part should be okay. So the first chord shape is it's a D minor shape with your root on the ninth of the G. So you have your middle finger on the ninth of the G, ring finger on the 10th of the B, and then your index finger on the 8th of the high E. And the strumming pattern, or the picking pattern, is the same for all the chords and the intros. So you go down from high E, you go down to the G, and then back up. And then you go to a D shape, just a D major shape, right there. So now your index finger is on the 7th of the G, your ring finger is on the 8th of the B, and your middle finger is on the 7th of the high E. So the difference there is you go, and then with your pinky you go to the 10th of the high E. So it's the same E, G, B, and then back up E, E, B, G. So you just go. And then this is just like a major bar chord shape. You have your middle finger on the 9th of the G, and then you bar the 8th of the B and the B and the E. And do the same thing. So that little part is 10th of the E, 8th of the E, 7th of the E, and then 10 to 9 on the G, the B. So that's the first part. So I was like, okay, and it does that again up to here, and then it goes, which is 10th of the high E, 8th of the E, 12th, and then back to 10th, and then 12th of the B. So that's at the ending. So far we have okay, and does that again. This time it goes. So, which is so the third time you play it, you go same thing you did for the first one, but then instead of going, you bar the 9th fret of the B and the G, and you hit the B and the G. So. Okay, so that's 3 times, and then the 4th time it goes. or I'm sorry, it goes, which is 10th of the E, 12th of the B, 13th of the G. Then you go back up, and then 12th of the E. So that's the 4 times that it does the intro thing. Like I said, he's using a pick, and the first time he plays those 4, it's all palm muted, and then the second time it's not palm muted. So just keep that in mind. I don't like to use a pick because it's kind of hard. So yeah, that's the first part. It sounds like this slowly. Okay, next part. Starts on the 12th of the E. You're going to make a, whatever shape that is. So, 12th of the E, index finger. Middle finger is the 13th of the B, and your ring finger is the 14th of the G. And it goes. So you go down and that, and then, so it goes 12, 13, 15 on the B, so, and then back to the 13. And then it goes down here, so 9th of the G, then 10th of the B, go to the 8th of the high E, and then hammer on pull off from the 7th and 8th. Go back to the 10th and then 9th and 10th of the B. So and then does that thing again, but instead of going back down, you go. So you do the, and then you go 12th of the E, and then you go 12th of the G, and then 15th of the E, 13th of the E, 12th of the E, and then, which is 15 of B, 13 of the B, and then 14 of the G. So okay, the next part goes, so it's the same thing that you did the first time we played it, and then the last variation of it, it goes, which is, so after you do the you go, instead you go, which is 14 of the D, 14 of the G, and then 13 of the B, 12 of the E. And then go down on the B string from 15, 13, 12. So, and then hit the 15 of the E twice, and then 12th of the G, then 13 of the E, 13 of the E twice, and then you still hit the 12th of the G, and then 12th of the E, and 9th of the G, and then 10th twice on the E, and then you go between the 10 and 9 on the B. Okay, so that's all I have for today. If you want me to teach you the other parts, the next part after that, it goes which is you just play the chord shape. So you play the D minor shape, play the D, and it goes. So it goes. It's like two muted strums, and then you go. So it goes to this, and then it goes to this shape, which is you have the 9th on the G and B and 7th on the E. So and you go back to, and then steady you go. So you're at 12th on the high E and the B, and 13th on the G. So that's that part. All the other parts after that are like, and then there's like a tricky little solo that he does, but that's all I have for now. If you want me to teach you Gabriela's part, I could do that too, or any other parts of the song. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.